Isabella was married to her cousin at the age of 16 and had an affair after the marriage. In this video, we will find out whether the incident is true or a rumor. On October 10, 1830, a princess was born in the royal palace of Madrid, the capital of Spain. She was named Isabella. Political tension began surrounding her from the moment she was born. Because King Ferdinand VII of Spain had no sons, many people believed that the heir to the throne should be the king's brother Don Carlos. But King Ferdinand changed a law and declared his daughter Isabella the future queen. In 1833, when her father died at the age of just 3, little Isabella became Queen of Spain. But it was not possible for her to rule the country at such a young age. So her mother, Maria Cristina of the Two Sicilies, took over as regent. Not everyone accepted Isabella's queenship easily. Don Carlos claimed to be the rightful heir. The terrible Carlist Wars began. Spain was embroiled in bloody conflict for many years. The people of the country were divided into two groups. One group supported Isabella, the other supported Don Carlos. From childhood, Isabella was surrounded by intrigue, rebellion, and power struggles. Although she was educated in a royal environment at the palace, she never had a peaceful childhood. She was taught every day how to be a queen, but the cruel realities of politics made it difficult for her at a very young age. At the age of 13, she was officially declared a full-fledged queen. From then on, she took direct responsibility for governing the country. But the young queen had little experience. Taking advantage of this, various political parties, military officers, and power-hungry aristocrats began to use her for their own interests. The government changed repeatedly, and Spain became increasingly unstable. In 1846, at the age of only 16, Isabella married her cousin Francisco de Assis, Duke of Cadiz. This marriage was not for love, rather it was a purely political decision. Their relationship was cold from the beginning. Many contemporary writers noted that the emotional distance between the two was great and that they rarely lived a happy married life. Over time, rumors began to spread at the royal court. Many claimed that Queen Isabella spent more time with some military officers and aristocrats of the royal court than with her husband. Among the most discussed names at the time were José María Ruiz de Arana and later Enrique Puigmolato. Various stories spread about them in the royal court. However, here is an important point. Historians do not agree on this. Some believe that the queen had multiple love affairs. Others say that her political enemies spread these rumors to prove her weak and controversial. Therefore, these events are not considered to be true, but rather historical controversies. Several children were born to Isabella one after another. But very soon new rumors started in the palace. Opponents began to claim that the real father of some of her children was not King Francisco. Although these allegations were never proven with certainty, these rumors seriously damaged her popularity. Meanwhile, the Spanish economy was weakening. The people were angry at corruption, political instability, and frequent changes of government. Many began to think that the Queen was paying more attention to her personal life and the luxury of the royal court, rather than to the problems of the country. This discontent was gradually building towards an explosion that would change not only her throne, but the fate of the entire royal family. In the 1860s, Spain was slowly waiting for an eruption like a volcano. The country's economy was weakening, the government was changing repeatedly, and discontent was growing within the army. The common people felt that the luxury at the royal court was increasing, while their lives were becoming increasingly difficult. At this time, the debate surrounding Queen Isabella II's personal life also intensified. Various rumors spread in the royal court that she was maintaining very close relationships with some aristocrats and military officers. Contemporary newspapers and political opponents regularly attacked her on these issues. In particular, the names of José María Ruiz de Arana and later Enrique Puigmolato are repeatedly mentioned. However, an important aspect of history is that many of these claims do not have reliable evidence. Many modern historians believe that Spanish politics at that time was very dirty, and exaggerated stories were spread about her personal life to weaken the Queen. Therefore, although the rumors of her love are part of history, they are not considered as certain truth. But whether the rumors are true or not, the Queen's image in the eyes of the common people began to be damaged. Opponents began to say that the Queen was more busy with her royal court than governing the country. This propaganda quickly spread among the people. Finally, in 1868, a historic uprising began in Spain, known as the Glorious Revolution. The rebel army and political leaders took a stand against the Queen. One city after another fell to the rebels, realizing that it was no longer possible to hold on to power. Isabella II fled the country to France, thus ended her reign at the age of just 38. The once powerful queen suddenly became a member of the exiled royal family. Isabella spent a long time in exile in Paris, France. Despite losing the crown, she was not completely away from politics. She never gave up hope that the Bourbon dynasty would return to Spain. In 1870, she officially relinquished her claim to the throne to her son, Alfonso XII of Spain. A few years later, in 1874, Alfonso XII became King of Spain. This restored the Bourbon dynasty to power. Although Isabella herself was never able to return to her country as queen, she spent the last years of her life mainly in Paris. The splendor of the royal palace, power, politics, all were then her past. The woman who once sat on one of the most powerful thrones in Europe had to spend her last years in exile. She died in Paris on April 9, 1904, at the age of 73. Her body was later taken to Spain and buried in the royal cemetery. Today, history remembers Queen Isabella II as a complex character. Some call her a weak ruler. Others say she was in power at a time when Spain's political crisis was too difficult for a single ruler to handle. With love affairs, rumors of extramarital affairs, power struggles, and political intrigues surrounding her life, she is one of the most controversial queens in history. However, one thing is certain, not all the stories about her life are proven history. Many events have been mixed with rumors, political propaganda, and later exaggerated accounts. Yet from a 3-year-old princess to Queen of Spain, then a woman in exile, the life of Isabella II is a chapter in history where power, love, controversy, and fall are inextricably intertwined. Her story remains mysterious, dramatic, and deeply fascinating to history buffs today.